the young, and the restless spoilers. In the silence of the room, the late afternoon light gently filtering through the curtains, Connor sat huddled behind the partially open door, where every whisper of his parents, Adam and Chelsea, echoed in his ears like noses. Knife cut into my heart. Connor, even though he was just a boy, had to face the excruciating pain of knowing he was at the center of a crumbling marriage. Adam and Chelsea were once companions in life, but now, each has their own path. The secret conversation that Connor accidentally overhears reveals that they no longer want to be bound by the constraints of a loveless marriage just to keep Connor at ease. Chelsea comes up with the idea of pretending to love each other in front of Connor, a love play so that when the boy recovers, they can slowly break up and return to normal life without hurting their child. While Chelsea still has Billy waiting for her, a man she trusts and loves, she doesn't want to be stuck with Adam again, whom she considers the disgrace of her life. All of this makes Connor feel like he is not just an ordinary child, but a burden, a barrier that prevents his parents from finding their own true happiness. Connor, in despair and a deep sense of loneliness, begins to wonder if there is anything he can do to extricate himself from this situation. The thought of doing something to end all this suffering crossed his mind, making his heart race. Connor knew he couldn't take it anymore. The feeling of being abandoned and being at the center of conflicts made it impossible for him to find joy in everyday life. One day, when the atmosphere in the house became unbearably stuffy, Connor decided to go out for a walk. He wanted to enjoy some fresh air, to think about everything. While wandering aimlessly, he found a deserted park, where he sat down under a shady tree. Connor began drawing, a hobby that helped him find peace during difficult times. The lines he drew on the paper were not only images but also his silent plea for help to the outside world. Not long after, a woman passing by noticed the pain in Connor's eyes and stopped to talk. She is a psychologist specializing in children, and through their conversation, she realizes Connor is suffering from a heavy mental burden. She encouraged Connor to share his thoughts and feelings with his parents, and even provided her phone number in case he needed someone to talk to. When he returned home, Connor brought with him a new determination. He decided to talk to his parents about everything he had heard and felt, and ask them to stop the drama that was making everyone miserable. That conversation opens a new channel of communication between them, where each gradually learns to face the truth and work together to build a better future for Connor, a future that is not based on lies, but on sincerity and true love. Connor's life, Victor's words rang out like a heavy verdict. Victor, who had been Connor's guardian along with Nick, did not hesitate to criticize Adam and Chelsea for their lack of responsibility and love for their child. His words were an expression of deep disappointment and bitterness about how they handled parenthood. Before Adam returned, Connor had peaceful days under the care of Victor and Nick. The boy was surrounded by love and stability, with nothing to disturb his little life. During this period, Connor flourished, both physically and mentally, under the close and loving supervision of two men who treated him like their own son. However, everything changed suddenly when Adam, who had been presumed dead, suddenly returned and demanded custody of Connor. The custody battle caused a major crisis, not only within the family but also directly affecting Connor. Adam, who still carried scars from his past and poor decisions, was unable to provide the stability Connor needed. On the contrary, his return only brings chaos and instability. The transfer of custody to Adam led to a difficult period for Connor. The boy began to exhibit symptoms of illness, ranging from psychological problems to physical disorders, reflecting the stress and pressure he was under. Connor's health declined dramatically, and doctors began to worry that he might never fully recover.